Hi everyone, I'm Tiffany, a programmer from Quantr Limited. Today I'm here to introduce you how to make use of the PowerApps and the Microsoft Azure Community Service to build voice-to-text app that can use in your mobile. First, we'll need to go to the Azure portal first and we'll create a speech community service first. And you can just search speech here. And you can see in the marketplace. And it will prompt you to create a speech service here. And because I already have one, so I'm just doing a demonstration for you. And we'll have a name up to you. And the subscription is a free trial. And the location will just choose your location is okay. And here the pricing plan, I will choose the F0 because the F0 is a limited service that is enough for me. But the S0 is something like the pay as you go scheme, which means how many service you use and you just pay for them. And the resource group, just choose a resource group. And if you don't have one, just create new here and create the community service here. And I'm not doing here because I already have one. Let's go to the home page first. And you can see my service is here, and here's the key and the endpoints. So don't worry about the key because I will regenerate it after the video. And another API we will use is the free API provided by Cloud Comfort. You can just sign up by your email and go to the dashboard. You can see an API key here that you can use their API. So we'll use the PowerApps and the Microsoft Flow, which is renamed as the Power Automate here. And we will see here is the media, the audio and the microphone. The microphone is this one, which is an input. And the audio here is an output to let you listen what you have record here. And the confirm is the button, and here is a label. And just like the last video I made that taught you how to send the data in PowerApps to the SharePoint, but I made some improvement here with the button, and the others just remain unchanged. Here, I make a new flow, a new automate. I will pass it to the JSON format, which we can have a easier reference later on. And remember to include the binary data, which contains the audio content. So we will go to the automate first. You can see here we need to have a string type variable and store the things that we pass from the PowerApps. And we'll have a compose here to pass it to the JSON format type, just for easier reference. And here we're using the Cloud Comfort API. Why we are using the Cloud Comfort API? Because we can have a look on the speech API document. It only supports the OGG and WAV audio format. Therefore, we need to convert it to the WAV or the OGG audio formats. And we can see here. So in here, the audio format still the web media. If you wondered how can I know my type of the audio that I sent, you can have a look here. The my type is audio, web media. And here, the content in the body is just have a quick generate here. Your API keys that you can find in your dashboard. And the web media, the input format is the web media. And the output format, we need to choose the wave format to let us use the speech API successfully. And the input parameter, we will choose the base 64 here because just like the thing shows in the output, it is not a file, but it is the base 64 input. And the file here, we just use the output here from the compose action. And the file name is the file that before the conversion. So we'll use the file type before, which is the web media, but not the waveform. And I add a callback function here, which just to avoid the timeout. And download is true. And it will have a little bit problem here, but we'll go on later. You can see here is get the location from this HTTP request output, and we can have a look here. You can see there is a problem with this HTTP request action. Why this problem will exist is mainly because it redirected to the download link. Because I enabled the download, it will redirect it to the download link here. We can find the link in the location here. This one is the link for download. And the status code is 303, which means it's not the success code. And we can have a little bit config here, which is after the fail action here. We just have a configuration in the run after if the previous action is failed or successful, we will still go on to the HTTP2 request here. If you don't do that and it will stuck on this step, I think it will not complete it, go to the end step here. So this is very important to configure the one after. And we will get the download link here. And the output is of course is the file content. And the create file and get file content using path is not necessary, but I just make some improvement to my previous video, which taught the passing the data from PowerApps to SharePoint. So I make some improvement. So I will do the improvement here to show you how to have a better way or have a better way to convert the web media to save the media into the SharePoint here. You can change it to different my type, but the my type that SharePoint support is have a limit, so you better have a check on the document that how many MIME type is supported by the SharePoint. So let's go back to the automate. So after that, we can just ignore these two actions, and we can even delete it because we'll only use the body from the HTTP2 request. We'll use the speech cognitive service here, and the URI we can find in the speech to test REST API document here. There is a lot of sample requests, so you can have a look on the sample requests. So we can find our endpoint in our Azure portal here. We just use this one, but not issue token because we already have a key here. So we will have this one, and actually you can find the link, the complete link in this document. I think, let me see, it's this one. Just add after your endpoint. And the header actually is standard, and we can have a look on it. It's the content type and the key. The key we can find in our Azure portal here. And the content type we can find in the document here. If you want to use the OGG format, so you just change it to OGG here and Opus here, and the others remain unchanged. So the body is the content we get from the HTTP2 request, and we will pass it to the JSON format to have better reference later on, because we need to extract the display text. So we'll have text here to show you how to edit the pass JSON, because we'll need to input a sample schema. So we need to copy something from the let me see. Yes, here, the body. We need to copy this one. And we'll see the pass JSON here. The things we copied, we'll paste it on this one. You can see this one is the things I copied from the body of the HTTP 3 request. And it will generate a schema here by the sample. And we'll choose the display text. Here, the string which stored our text converted. And here we'll go back to the PowerApps. And we can see we already set the test output. Just give it a name. And the value is the things we pass from the Microsoft Automate, which is the Microsoft Flow. And we will set the test output. And here, we will set the test as the test output. Here. Hi everyone, I'm Tiffany. This is the English version. And push the convert button. So this is the result. So that's the end of the tutorial. Thank you for watching.